Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shri Gangai Nathay Namah, Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Dada Gurudev. Welcome everyone, those who are watching this session, recorded or live. I welcome you all on this session for Guru Siyag Siddha Yoga. We are reading Gurudev's written book Prophecies from the Holy Bible. We have done, I think, 2 sessions on it, if I'm not wrong, I forgot. Basic understanding of Siddha Yoga. For the basic understanding of Siddha Yoga, we have already covered Gurudev's first book, which is Religious Revolution in the World. 11 sessions, I guess. You can follow those sessions. Basic Siddha Yoga, in Basic Siddha Yoga, how you can get initiated into Siddha Yoga. Wherever on the planet you are living, just search on the internet. If internet is available, search internet, because if you're watching this video, internet should be there. So just search Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag Siddha Yoga speech or Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag Sanjeevani mantra. Once you hear the Sanjeevani mantra in his divine voice, because it is very important that you listen or hear that Sanjeevani mantra only his voice, because there is a science behind it. Now, if you listen that mantra in his voice and you want to tell somebody else, you do the same thing. Just forward that message or video in the Gurudev's voice. Only that way it is the right way to tell people, or it is the right way to get initiated into the Siddha Yoga, because Guru's voice is divine voice. Once you listen to divine mantra in his voice, Sanjeevani mantra, now you need to do 2 things. You need to chant that mantra as much as possible, and the chant should be mental chant. It should not be verbal chant, like your lips and your tongue should not move. It should be a mental jap within. After some days, you will feel the mantra is going on auto mode. It is on the involuntary process. It is going on, and either you are sleeping, eating, or doing any other work, the mantra will keep on going 24 hours. And this condition will appear or will induce in you in quick days, in 18 or 20 days, if you do it very seriously. Most of the time, if you chant this mantra, this position will you will be in this position very soon. You will find that the ajapa jap is going on. This position in the yoga is called ajapa jap. The day you enter into ajapa jap, your spiritual journey started and will never stop, because ajapa jap never stops. So this is mantra chanting, which you need to do most of the time. Okay? There are more steps also which you identify according to your sadhana. For that, you have to see Religious Revolution book episodes, initial episodes. You will have lots of doubt clearing. Specifically, those who live in the West thinks, why should I meditate on a human? This is the main actually objection. Why should we meditate on the human? Why you should meditate on the human? There is an exact session we have already done, session number 5 or 5, Religious Revolution world. That particular session, so you watch it, your doubt will be clear. After that, even if we are not able to make you understand about Guru, God, and human, what is the relationship, then you must question Jesus when he said, from the east the Son of Man as a comforter will come. So son of a man should be look like man, right? So why should we meditate on comforter? Because comforter will be a man. So there is a lot of things you will find in those sessions, and basic understanding of Siddha Yoga. First thing, chanting the mantra. Second thing is 2 times meditation, empty stomach, early morning and evening, just 15 minutes. Ask for the 15 minutes meditation. In the first sitting, tell Gurudev everything about yourself. Why you want to associate with him, why you want to walk on the spiritual path, what is your problem. You might have physical, mental, or spiritual problem you are going through. So you mention those problems. Gurudev will liberate you from all 3 diseases and from the bondage of karmic karmic lessons or karmic lives and show the path of salvation. And you can attain salvation before the day of death. So Gurudev says the salvation is not something which happens after death. Before death, we must witness ourselves. Okay, witnessing our true self is the real death. After that, it is just uh, formality. You know what is going on. It is not that you will become so need of means you will be saddened about rest of your life what I'll do in the world. It is not like that, but you will be more happiest and you have more blissful life once you realize your true self. So this is what Siddha Yoga, and there is more detail about it, because we cannot go in deeper details in every session because we have limited time of 30 minutes for each session. So now we will start our book which we are reading, and today yesterday we read the introduction complete, and now today we will start the first chapter from the book. So first lesson is Prophecies from the Holy Bible. And I tell you first thing that my pronunciation may not be according to your country, but I am trying my best, believe me. Okay. It says, I have its English Hindi version also, which is my native language, my mother tongue. I keep this with me because sometimes there is some important mantras which in Hindi, so it helps me. The youths of all the nations of the present era are disappointed and disillusioned with the ideals of all the religious preceptors, sadhus, and saints belonging to the domain of spiritualism. As all these religious heads of all the religions consider singing praises of the past as means all and all. The process of downfall of religions began with the swift of advancement in physical science. The community of the religious teachers, therefore, in their efforts to protect their prestige, had drawn an imaginary dividing line all over the globe between themselves on one side and the physical scientist on the other side. Now what we say, if you believe in the religion, you are blinded. If you believe in the science, you are a true man, you are awakened. So there is a dividing line between those who believe in the God and those who believe in the science. So there is a line. This is a false line created by the spiritual preceptors. Okay, the saints, those do not have the real knowledge of self realization, so they put a dividing line between those who believe in the religious and those who believe in the science. So the chasm between these two sides is kept on increasing and increasing. Now today we reached at a point where the young generation today, the youth, are disillusioned and they do not have any idea about God and soul. They do not ask, even they do not ask for the liberation. They think it is something for only saints or those who left their home and wandering around. They are going here India, they are living in Nepal and doing rigorous meditations and all. It is only for them. What we will do, we live in a simple family, we are very simple people. Our life is difficult, and lot of problems we have, we cannot attain the salvation. So this is the mindset of the youth in West, because their concept of salvation or liberation is out of the world. It is not for us. And that is not true. Absolutely not true. No matter in which condition, wherever you are living, who you are doesn't matter. Even if you are the last man on this earth, you can achieve salvation in the same life. The only thing you need is the right guru, the right master. And Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag, about whom I am talking about, whose written book I am reading out, will give you the way out. No matter where you live, just be in your home, just be there and listen the divine mantra of Gurudev in his voice on internet. Search it right now, Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag. If you don't find it, watch this session till end, half an hour session. and listen that divine mantra. Just start chanting that mantra within. That's it. Every change will come automatically. You need not to leave anything. Whatever things need to leave you, these things will leave you. You need not to drop out the things will give you up. This is what the philosophy for the West. So you need not to leave your lifestyle. You eat non-veg, let it. You drink, let it. Whatever you do, whatever, wherever you go, no, it doesn't matter to change your lifestyle even a single bit. You follow Jesus, you go to the church, you pay your respect, whatever you do, whatever work you're doing. No matter you are a senator, no matter you are a simple person living somewhere in a small cottage, no, it doesn't matter you are a president of a country. It does not matter it at all. Just chant that Sanjeevani mantra for 15-20 days rigorously, and you feel it is continuing. And sit for the meditation. You will realize in your meditation if you are true to yourself. It will take some time. Sometimes it takes 15-20 days, 1 or 2 months, just to feel it, because we are so tensed with our situations. We are not able to sit calmly. We think sitting for the meditation means, there should be no thought. When actually you sit for the meditation, there will be a lot of thoughts around you. Only thoughts will be there. There's nothing wrong about it. Maybe negative thought, maybe positive thought, maybe any kind of thoughts. It's no problem with that. Just sit for the meditation on a true guru. Think of true guru on your forehead, because this is the point where all the attachments, this is the above of all the liberations. Below this point, there is all the attachments, worldly attachments. This is the point where Hindus put a tilak, and ladies put a, bindi. I don't know what it called in Hindi. So you see, the people meditate over here, because this is the point. This is called Agya Chakra. This is the place of Guru. He pulls out us from the attachment of bondages of the material things. That is why we should meditate 2 times a day on true Guru's picture, and should chant the mantra he has given us. It is very important. Okay, so wherever you are, if this session reaches you in any year, any time, I don't know when it will reach to you, but whenever it reaches to you, believe me, just try it. Okay, and you will be free of your bondages, problems. Lot of problems we have. Everybody has a lot of problems. They do not have time for the meditation. I know it. No problem. If you cannot even meditate, no problem. Just chant that Sanjeevani mantra. Whatever work you are doing, wherever you are working, whatever your condition is, just these 3 words mantra. Very easy mantra. 2 words are common. Actually 2 words. And very simple. Very simple. Alright. Okay, let's move ahead. Imaginary dividing line all over the globe between themselves on one side and the physical scientist on the other side. Harder they try to preserve their status by presenting themselves as the true theists and branding the truthful physical scientist as atheists. Quickly did the faith of the people in the religion started dwindling, as the physical science directly give concrete results in the laboratory. Therefore, people all over the world have started getting rapidly attracted towards them. The present day youth, those from the West in particularly, normally hold a notion that it is only the coward and the weak who are taking rescue to unsuccessfully seek help from the power that they call God, imaginary God. If you're watching this session and you need more information about that, you can WhatsApp me. If my number is reachable to you, you can WhatsApp on this number, and I can give you more details about sessions. Few sessions you can watch, and you have more knowledge about it, and it's absolutely free. No need to go anywhere. Just free. Sit at your home, do it at your own time. It's between you and your master guru. That's it. No third person between you and him. Okay, so this is WhatsApp number 8777-211139. If you need some kind of books like the book I am reading, if you need this book, just put a comment on this video that I need this book, PDF book, and you have to give me your number where I can send, or you can I will upload it book on my WhatsApp. I have in my phone. I'll just forward it. You can read it thoroughly, okay, and you can watch the sessions along also. So it helps you to understand the philosophy of Indian Vedic philosophy and your Christian philosophy, how they're similar. There is no difference between them. So this book will help you. Okay, thus the chasm between the spiritual and the physical sciences has kept widening incessantly. There is a word I have, recorrected. There is a word that thus the gulf between the spiritual physical science. I have rewritten the word chasm. That is more accurate, I feel. Spiritual science, in fact, is the originator of the physical science. Spiritual science is the originator of the physical science. Gurudev once said, when he was in the West, when he was in a West, they tell him, science is God. Gurudev says, this is wrong. Science is not God. God is science, but you do not know about it. That is the problem. God has created everything scientifically, and science comes under him. So he is God. God is science. Science is not God. So this is very clear differentiation. You can see the perception of the people. Their belief system has, it is in so much in darkness that they do not know what is the origin of the science even. They just see the result is coming today, so this is only the God. And God we cannot see, so it is not there. And Gurudev says, God is a subject of realization. It's not mere talking. If any religion tells you about God and it doesn't show you the way to realize it, then this religion should not be even called a religion. A religion is that which show you the path, which can make you walk on the path to experience God within you. Only that religion is a religion, and that is Sanatan Dharam. Sanatan Dharam tells you God is a subject of realization and you can realize God. That is why it is a true religion. It is not religion by faith of people into some particular activities, going to the temple, going to the church or anywhere. Religion does not about wearing particular clothes. Religion does not belong to the particular traditions. Religion is something which belongs to being a human. Sanatan Dharam is being a human. How we should live our life. What are the principles of living a life? How we can tackle our life and how we can, really see, control our death. Today, in this Yuga, Kali Yuga, we do not have control over death. We do not know when the life will end. Does anybody know? No. But a dharma, Sanatan Dharma, a real dharma, makes you capable of controlling your death in your hand. You know when to leave this body and how to leave this body, because you know where you will go after the death. Rest of the religion, if they don't tell you the way and they don't make you capable of realizing these things, they should not be called a religion. Okay. But the reconcilable conflict between these two is the cause of present day unrest in the world, where peace will not be possible unless spiritual science begin exercising control over the conduction of activities of physical sciences. Christians and Muslims, who constitute the majority of the population of the world, try to follow the faiths their prophets preached. Our philosophy, on the other hand, postulates the theory of creation, of incarnation, and we have had several examples of God's incarnating, infinite, becoming the finite in all ages on this holy land of Bharat, India, which you know as India. We call it Bharat. The Holy Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has explicitly said, Yada yada hi dharmasya galanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Means, whenever there is a decline of righteousness and rise of unrighteousness, O Bharata, Arjun, then I send forth myself, create, incarnate myself for the protection of the good, for the destruction of the wicked, and for the establishment of righteousness. I come into being from age to age. Hinduism does not speak only of realizing and seeing the Supreme Being. Hinduism in Sanatana Dharma. But also talks of becoming one with Him. Swami Vivekananda, during his sojourn in America, had, in his interpretation of Hindu religion, said, "The Hindu religion does not consist in struggles and attempts to believe in certain doctrine and dogma, but in realizing, not in believing, but in being and becoming. Reaching God, seeing God, becoming perfect, even as the Father in heaven is perfect, is essence, constitutes the religion of the Hindus." Swamiji had gone further to say, the mighty word that came out from the sky of spirituality in India, in Bharat, was Anubhuti, realization, and ours are the only books which declare again and again the Lord is to be seen. Religion is to be realized, not only heard. It is not in learning some doctrine like a parrot. Deliverance will be possible only by direct realization of God. Are we competent today to prove truthfulness of Swamiji's above interpretations of the Hindu religion? He was a seer who could look through into the future. He therefore had said these things with some significance attached to them. India would explain definition of religion to the world because close to the present century. In the present time, religious preceptors from all religions of the world are, with the help of money power, engaged in extensive propaganda of superiority of their own respective religions. Bad thing. They read religious scriptures of other religions only with this aim in the mind that how best could they criticize those religions. Nobody, including people from almost all other religions, show any inclination to make any efforts to understand the philosophy of that particular religion. But it is a matter of great sorrow that they do not understand the truth about their own religion. The level of degradation that we see these days in the world of religions had not been experienced ever before. People from almost all the religions have started viewing their own religious teachers with suspicions. Darkness between Paramatman and Jivatman has intensified into indistinguishable darkness. Ishvara, God, remains a subject of fiction of a human mind now. The Holy Bible is such a religious scripture that it unhesitatingly predicts in unambiguous words about the changes that are likely to occur in the world in future. Followers of Christianity who have immense faith in this holy book are not capable to completely understand its prophecies because these are about the taste of the knowledge that the Western people would get to enjoy only in future. Until they have relished the declared taste, will they not be able to understand the gist of these prophecies, as this is a subject matter of parapsychology, hence ineffable. Materialistic knowledge can be read and written, whereas spiritual knowledge is the matter only of the direct realization and seeking God. Our sages have described it as an experience that defies descriptions. A dumb is unable to tell of the taste of jaggery. So are all the Christians absolutely innocent. Whenever we have read the Holy Bible, we have done so solely for finding faults, as at no stage have we ever tried to understand its philosophy. And how could we understand it when we ourselves are completely deprived of all the divine knowledge that we have been receiving through all ages. Knowledge about which the Holy Bible talks would be available to its believers during the latter half of the 20th century. This, in short, is the essence of the prophecies from the Holy Bible. The Christians are extremely frightened of and worried by the prophecies made by their saints, including Jesus Christ. They say there are certain Cassandra who bespeak of effacement of Christianity by close of the 20th century. This is a portrait of an old, worn out person who must have approached his grave. He, however, cannot be a cause of any danger to the people of the Lord. It is nothing new for the Christians to be optimistic. The traditionists had never accepted the change which is an irrevocable principle of nature. Wheel of time has been going on since primordial time without any impediments, and it will keep doing so in future also. Christians need not to be afraid of this prophecy, as the churches will not be destroyed by those who are antichrist but by those who are his supporters. In 2 Corinthians we have it said, and what agreement hath the people, what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temples of the living God. The man is the temple of living God. That what is the purpose of idols with the temples? Chapter 6, verse 16. The Holy Soul, Jesus Christ, was fully aware of the fact that with the moment of work entrusted to him by the Lord, attainment of total peace in the world would not be possible. He also knew the ultimate truth about the type and manner of the end that the Tamasic people would meet. Pointing towards it, he had said, I am come to send fire on the earth, and that will I, if it be already kindled. St. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. But I have a baptism to be baptized with. Now, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Ibid chapter 12, verse 50. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. Ibid chapter 12, verse 51. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. Ibid chapter 12, verse 52. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Ibid chapter 12, verse 53. We are gravely mistaken in equating the social condition of the Westerns with their culture and then blindly following them. Their social conditions are pitiable only because of his curse. That is why he had made prophecy that he would send a comforter from the Father. He have a detailed description of the activities that the comforter would undertake in the gospel according to St. John. But when the comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. Chapter 15, verse 26. I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Chapter 16, verse 12. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you unto all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will shew you things to come. Chapter 16, verse 13. He shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine, and shall shew it unto you. Chapter 16, verse 14. All things that the Father hath are mine. Therefore said I, that he shall take of mine, and shew it unto you. Chapter 16, verse 15. These prophecies from the point of understandings has a lot of description or detailed, which actually I discussed in while reading the book of religious revelation, where Gurudev has given the very good detail about it. And as we grow in the book, these prophecies will repeat again, and we will elaborate on it also. The foregoing references enable us to conclude convincingly that the coming up of the Comforter would be from the God Himself directly. The Christians probably themselves do not understand this reasonably sound principle of their philosophy, and therefore we will have to think deeply over a few quotations from St. John to elaborate this statement. We'll take 10 minutes more because I need to finish this. This cannot be divided into two parts. So he that cometh from above is above all. He that is of the earth is earthly, and speaketh of the earth. He that cometh from the heaven is above all. Chapter 3, verse 31. And what he hath seen and heard, that he testifieth, and no man receiveth his testimony. Chapter 3, verse 32. He that hath received his testimony hath set to his seal that God is true. Chapter 3, verse 33. For he whom God hath sent speaketh the word of God, for God giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. Chapter 3, verse 34. Since the Comforter would originate from that supreme power, the omniscient God, he therefore would not only do the acts of realizing and seeing events of the times of the Jesus Christ, but would also have the competence of realization and seeing the indefinite past and the future. No book from the field of Christianity shows the functional way of acquiring such capabilities. But we in Bharat, in India, on the other hand, have Patanjali's yoga system of eightfold methods, which expounds the ways and means for acquisition of such knowledge. It is laid down in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Pratibh, Pratibh Sarvam. Pratibh Dava Sarvam. We will read Patanjali Yoga Sutra, 8 limbs book, after this book. It will take a bit time, but we will read. Pratibhadva Sarvam. By meaning is chapter 3, 33 verse in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Vibhutipad, chapter 3rd, 33rd Sutra. By power of intuitions comes the knowledge of all knowledge. Intuitive knowledge is the highest kind of knowledge which simultaneously embraces the past, present, and future with their states in one whole. The yogi can know the fine, concealed, and obscure objects by practicing samyamas, which created intuitive power. Tatha Prativ Shravan Vendanandra. I will read it in Sanskrit because that will be easy to read. Tatah Prativ Shravan Vedana Darshan Swadvarta Jayante. This is the shlok or the sutra, the knowledge thread, and this is into chapter 3 and thread 36. Besides Prativ, intuitive knowledge, the faculties of the five senses of perception grow to their ultimate perfections to enable yogin to experience divine super senses: smell, taste, color, touch, and sound. Number 1, Pratib, intuitive knowledge. By it, even the very fine objects hidden anywhere or distantly placed become visible. So, also the facts of the past, the future, and of the present can be known. Second, Shravan, hearing, that means hearing. This bestows with the capability to hear the divine. Third, Vedan, means touch. It bestows one with the power to feel the divine touch. Fourth, Adarsh, sight. Darsh, sight. It bestows one with the power to see the divine form. Fifth, Aswad, taste. It develops the faculty to enjoy the divine taste. 6. Varta, smell. Actually, the name in Hindi is a bit need to check, but in English, the 6th is smell. Smell is gandh. Taste, sight means seeing. This is the word here in the English are need to be more accurate actually, but as you know the English, so English is more important. First par is intuitive knowledge, by which he sees any hidden things or the matter of any time, maybe future, maybe past, maybe present. And second thing, second intuitive power he gets is the hearing. He can he has a capability to hear the divine. Then touch, divine touch he can feel. Sight, he can see the divine form. Taste, he can taste the divine taste. And smell, development of this faculty enables the sadhak, the practitioner, to experience the super senses smell. So these 6 power induced in the practitioner when he follows the Patanjali 8 Ashtanga Yoga. But without a true master, these things cannot be realized. So if you read Patanjali 8 limbs yoga, you will find these things, but realization of these things can be done only with the help of Guru. So true Guru is must. Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag is a perfect true Guru for all of us. Shakti Kundalini gets awakened by Shaktipat initiation, which we are talking about. The mother Shakti makes the sadhaka to perform different kinds of kriya if you need to do that. The like asanas, bandhas, mudras and pranayam under her control only, it's automatic. Thus she imparts full knowledge of dhyan, fixed attention, dharana, contemplation and samadhi, concentration. It is a truth that this knowledge has almost disappeared these days from our country also. But Bharat, India, is its originator, and therefore the seed of his knowledge cannot be destroyed within its land. I am a disciple of Siddha Yogi. It is the result of the unmotivated kindness of that great soul that I have effortlessly acquired the power to prove the principles of the philosophy of Indian Yoga Sutra, Indian Yoga system. I have therefore set out in the world to help people to directly realize and see the philosophy of yoga. Gurudev Shri Ramlal ji Siyag. So he says these words. This is our first chapter. It is very important to must realize that it is possible to realize oneself with the help of God, to understand what philosophies we are being taught and what philosophy is the internal philosophy of the God we need to look into to find out with the help of Guru. So I hope the first chapter gives us a message to look inside, to look beyond the differentiation of the religions, and let's follow the true Guru to find the truth. Okay, second chapter will start. We'll send another comforter, by Jesus said, and we'll start today. Okay, so this is the first chapter. Now those who are new, those haven't heard the mantra, Sanjeevani mantra, I'll just play the video which will hear the mantra in Gurudev's voice. Once you hear that mantra, you know you need to chant that mantra mentally without moving and your lips and tongue. Okay.
What does yoga mean? Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddha Yoga? Siddha Yoga heals, cures or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity or tingling. According to Siddha Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by the enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. this divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. The regular practice of Siddha Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc. and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
This is the divine mantra in Gurudev's divine voice. You can find this video on the internet. Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag initiation video English. You will find the link, and you can WhatsApp me and I can send you this video. Other videos which have Hindi, Gurudev speaks Hindi, but there is a subtitles in English. You can understand the entire speech also. Follow his other speeches and other lectures on the YouTube, and for any query you can get in touch with me over YouTube or phone. And remember, you wherever you are, you need not to go anywhere, you need not to pay or search or spend any money on it, and it is absolutely free. It's for the mankind, and hope it reaches to the one who really searching for it. And disciple doesn't find a guru, guru finds a disciple. I hope this video reach to the people those really need this video. So we will meet tomorrow at 8:15. Till then, Jai Shri Gurudev.